Welcome to Death in Her Shadow. I'm Death Witchling.
I'm Shadow Phoenix.
And today we're going to be reviewing
King's Game.
Welcome back to our month-long Halloween specials of crazy, fun, awesome, gore, thrillery stuff.
So today's anime is a drama, horror, mystery, supernatural thriller. That's a mouthful.
That is a lot of things that sound super Halloween-y.
Sorry. That's a mouthful. Okay.
So just for a quick summary of this anime, a class of high school students receive a text message welcoming them to a game where they are given tasks they must complete in 24 hours.
Oh, so it kind of sounds like that newer, like, Truth or Dare movie.
Oh, the one that just came out.
Yeah.
So I guess since this is a horror one, it's going to get really, like...
Yeah.
Crazy. And people, like, there's going to be major consequences if people don't complete the challenges.
The anticipation.
So I'm actually really excited with the amount of things it's said it is.
Yeah.
To see
hopefully it lives up to all of them.
Yeah, hopefully it's actually really good.
Yeah.
So we'll catch up with you guys after we've seen the anime.
Okay, so now that we've watched King's Game,
Yeah.
what did you think of it?
It was like a bad, low-budget horror movie. Like, it was literally, there was not much suspense. There wasn't much drama. It was literally like they were just trying to kill off as many characters as possible as fast as possible.
I will explain this anime to you. You're part of the class, you're dead. You're part of the class, you're dead.
Yeah. And I mean, the deaths weren't even creative. They all were the same pretty well. And I just...
Like, the first time you saw them, though, you were like, oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
The second and third time you saw them, you're like, but... this already happened.
Yeah. And I mean, if the game can make them do anything, like hang themselves and dismember them, there's so many more torturous ways you can kill people or punish them without killing them. Like, we saw, maybe 4, 5 punishments that didn't involve someone dying? Mm-hmm. Like...
Actually, I think it was only 2.
1, 2, 3.
No.
She had to tell him she liked him.
Tell her crush.
Yeah. The other girl went blind.
Yep.
The guy had to have sex.
That wasn't.
Oh no, that
wasn't a punishment. That was what they had to do. Otherwise, they would get a punishment.
Right.
2 punishments that did not involve someone dying.
Yeah. And 64 people died by the end of this anime. Mostly from dismemberment, or decapitation, or being hung. I was definitely disappointed.
There was one that stood out. One. Only happened once, but it was probably the best death in the show. She lit on fire. She
combusted spontaneously. I think her name was Rhea.
Yep, it was Rhea.
Yeah, her death I enjoyed.
The way she died was cool.
Yeah.
But her reaction to it was literally, what? I'm on fire. Cool, let's keep going.
Yeah, I feel like that's not possible. Like, she should have started melting. Well, not melting, but burning.
Let me say that. She was on fire, yet she was completely chill. And she acted like she didn't feel any pain.
Yeah.
She was like, okay, let's just
typing on the
finish
keyboard.
this. Okay, yep. Dead.
Yeah. It was pretty disappointing, I must admit.
At least give us, 2 cries of agony or something.
And I mean, they didn't even just focus on one class. Like, the first half of the series is the flashbacks to the...
And for the first, 4 or 5 episodes, I didn't know
I didn't know what was happening. I was confused.
It would show part, like, something would happen. I'm like, is this the class he's in now or the last class?
Yeah. Like,
I had no idea.
Like, the first time it happened, I was so confused. I was like, what happened to the kid? Like, you're lost. And they could have done it so much better. But they didn't.
They could have even at least just put a subtitle at the bottom that says, like, 3 years ago or something. Like,
yeah. And they tried to make it dramatic. They tried to have, like, loves and dying. But
they tried too much.
You don't learn enough about the characters to be able to sympathize with them.
Literally, this is the main character. He's not going to die to the end. Everyone else is going to die off pretty quickly. Only care about him.
Yeah. It was so disappointing.
Yeah.
And I mean, the backstory with the two sisters... It had nothing to do with anything. It was just thrown in there to make it seem like it had a plot.
Yeah.
Like, it was really nothing.
See, I preferred the flashbacks of his last class because that was more interesting than what was happening.
And you actually learned more about the characters.
Yeah, you learn more about the characters in the flashbacks. Like, in his old class, you learn more about those characters than the ones that are in the class he's in now.
Than the ones that this whole thing is happening to. Like...
Stupid.
Just so disappointing.
Oh, and also, when the one girl snapped, like, the second night maybe it was, that they had the game, and she snapped, I was instantly like, yeah, she's been through this before. She's already done a King's game. She knows what she's doing, but she doesn't care about anyone else.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was
so
predictable
many things could have done better.
Pathetic.
Yeah. So it didn't live up to the drama that it said it was. Horror a little. There was lots of gore and dying.
Yeah. But
that's about it.
Gore and dying is not
that does
everything
not equal
that
horror
is. Like,
so yeah, big disappointment.
I liked the idea behind this story, just not the way they did it.
Yeah, they could have done it so much better.
See, if they did like a revised version or a different version of this show, I would watch it because I want to see this storyline do something.
Yeah.
But the way they did it, I didn't like it. I was uninterested.
Hey, look, this is our cue to write an anime.
Idea stolen from the shit show called King's Game.
So then...
'Twas bad.
So then my question for you is, did this still fit with our Halloween theme? Was this scary at some points to you? No. I know. It was just a whole lot of dying and gore. There wasn't much horror, as we said before. The one part that concerned me that I was actually worried about was when the one girl, after she killed her family, she had to kill her dog. Oh. She tried to kill her dog. She wasn't able to do it, thank God, because I would have cried. But
that hurt me.
In that moment, that was the one character in those couple of minutes, those 1 minute or whatever, few seconds that I actually felt for. Because I could not imagine having to strangle my dog so I could survive.
I could not do that. I couldn't.
Or even my own family. I couldn't imagine. Like, I mean, some days we fight and stuff.
Yeah, but
yeah, and I mean, just
I would not be able to
having
do that.
to kill the dog at the end. Yeah, and I mean, she couldn't do it, so she obviously died. But yeah, that was the one point where I was just, oh no. That was my drama point, was that one little scene.
That was about it. Other than that, everything was just bad. So, bad anime, some parts were good. Rating time.
Well, I'd say for this anime, our rating is going to be out of 10 fingers.
So, How many right fingers? How many left fingers?
And just to give a little context, in this anime, one of the games they have to play to try and get rid of people is like a finger kind of game. Was it the right hand is positive points and the left hand is negative points?
You break one finger on your right hand, you can give one positive point to anyone in the circle.
Yeah.
One finger on your left hand is one negative point to anyone in the circle you want.
And then you don't want positive points. If you have positive points, you get punished. So
no, it's negative points.
No. It was positive.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
No, because remember, he broke one of his right fingers and gave it to Nobuaki, and then broke all of his left fingers and gave 4 to the one girl and 1 to the other.
No, I'm pretty... Okay, well, either way, it was somewhat one or the way the other. But one hand was positive points, one hand was negative points. And, 10 fingers. We're rating this out of 10 fingers. And I would have to say mine would be 3. Because there is lots of potential in this story. Mm-hmm. If they were to do it right...
It would be amazing. If good plot, like not good plot, but good idea for a storyline. If they did it right, it would have been amazing.
Yeah. I would say if they were to do it right, it would be, they'd focus on the first class. Mm-hmm. Okay. They would build up the characters. The challenges or the king's orders would start smaller. Yeah. The punishments would start smaller. And build things up. Build up that drama. Build up those character relationships. So you actually feel for your characters. Mm-hmm. And then you could even do, at the end, Nobuaki's the one survivor after everything. And then you could have a second season of the next class of it going on or whatever.
Ooh. One thing I did like is once you won a King's game, one more message got sent out to you. Yeah. Would you rather continue the game or be punished?
Yeah. Which would be death.
I think they're both punishments, honestly.
Well, yeah.
You continue the King's game, you're just going to go through it all again and probably die anyways.
Yeah. But I mean, that's what the tiny bits of text they found at the end came together. It said the way to end the King's game is for everyone to die.
And you know.
Not to continue the game.
If I thought, see, that's the thing. It's kind of bugging me now that the game, I don't think it would ever purposely expose itself. So saying continue the game or be punished, if the winner gets punished and they're dead, that means that strand is gone, right?
What do you mean? Like that game is gone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, not that game. Because King's game obviously would still continue because bit of a theory here.
Okay.
So it is all one game,
yes,
but there are different strands to it because remember how it said the virus or whatever started in the village?
Yes.
And the people escaped the village with the virus on them.
No. They said everyone in that village died except for the 2 sisters that their father sent them away. That's why the game continued, because at the end he'd left a note that said I will join you, and he ended their game by killing himself, by taking a punishment. So the reason why there was 2 games after was because the sisters were infected and they came out.
Yes, I understand that. Yeah. But
what? You think there was more people that got out? I don't think it
Otherwise, the strand would have been dead. Like, the game would have been gone with them all dying.
Yes.
But it continues.
But we don't know if the last girl killed herself or not.
We
thought she would have, but maybe she didn't. Right?
Yeah,
it's
I guess.
left open-ended, and that's why it continued.
I guess.
Right?
I guess.
Okay. So my theory is it came out with the 2 sisters, and that's why there was 2 games, and then
So your theory, it was just the two,
Yeah.
and she didn't kill herself. My theory is there's more than just the two.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. So
whatever.
I said my rating anyways was out of 3, or was a 3 fingers. Yeah, there was so much they could have done better, as I said.
Yeah.
But it was literally a bad horror movie.
Yeah.
Just blood and gore. Kill as many people off as fast as possible.
I'd say about 3.5, because it has so much potential to be so much better.
Yeah.
Like, and I guess leaving it open like that with a new Kings game, it opens it up for another season that could be so much better. It's got so much potential, this show, and they did a lot bad, but they did do some parts of it good. But
do you think if they had the first season like that, I don't think they're going to do any better if they were to make another season.
See, with me, the story interests me.
Yeah.
So if they were to make another season, I would probably watch the first 2 or 3 episodes.
See if it's the same pattern or not.
Yeah, if the same thing keeps happening, done with it.
Done with it. I don't even think I would go that far. I wouldn't watch it if they came out with another one. This is not an anime I would recommend.
No, it's really not. But the only reason I would watch it is because I want to see it be better.
Yeah.
But if they did make another season and it was the same, I'd
give up on it.
I'd give up on it. Okay, so I think that's where we're going to end the video off here today.
Yeah.
And as always, if you like, please hit that like button. If you enjoyed, subscribe. You want to see more, hit the bell icon. Make sure you're always up to date.
Yeah, we come out with videos a couple times a week now. I mean, we're pretty well done with all our Halloween crazy fun stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll get into doing some more normal stuff in November. So as always, if there's anything you'd like to ask us, any comments, your own theories on this show, if you've watched it, your own opinions, your ratings, we'd love to hear from you guys. I mean, this content is for your enjoyment, and we want to make sure we're putting out what you want to see. So as always, we will see you guys in the next video.
Bam, bam.